We're doing another chat video because it's been like 3 months. Whoopsies. Painting. I talked about in my last cover that you may have seen that I moved. And with moving, obviously, you get to redecorate, and that's a lovely opportunity that I take advantage of every single time. So, here's all my paints. We got quite a bit of variety here. This is a healthy mix of ones that I've done previously. Like when I first started painting, like you can see the jellyfish right here. That was the first painting I ever did. And then we've got some more of the newer ones that I've updated over time. Like I just added that, even though this was one of the first pieces I ever made, but I feel like it needed a little bit of pizzazz. Sometimes I'll have pieces where I'll update them over time. But then you've also got ones where it's like for example, that one's been like that forever, right? I wanted to talk about how important it is to do something creative because I think it's very important for emotional stability, frankly, or at least it was for me, and I can speak on my experience and my experience pretty much alone, so I'm gonna do that. So if you want to hear my little story time on how painting helped me a lot, stick around, come find out. I haven't done one of these chat videos in a while, and I forget how the intro, but it's fine, we're gonna move on. So painting for me, one of the best things about it is that, in my personal opinion, you can't do it wrong. There's no wrong way to paint if you're not hurting anybody, right? I can look at my art and yeah, it might not look exactly how I would have imagined it to, I guess, but like, it's not wrong. Still good art, still valid, still looks cool in my opinion, personally. Like, even like stuff like this where it's just like a bunch of dots. Yeah, but now those dots exist, you know? And those are my dots. I'm the one who made those dots, so this is my dots, right? There's something about being able to create that I think is so fundamentally human that I don't think as we as a society practice enough on a daily to day schedule personally. Like I think that everybody should do something creative every day. I think that that should be a daily thing to do something creative, to create a little bit of something, right? Whether it's being working on the backtrack for a song or whether it's working on one section of a big ass painting, like I don't really mind personal preference of what kind of creative thing you want to do. That I think that's the beautiful part about life, that there's so many different creative outlets to choose from and some are as easy as this. Yes, I went to like arts middle school and I did not go for art if you're wondering. I went for band. I played the French horn. Anyways, I didn't go for arts. And you can probably tell from my stuff. It's very just pure me in my brain. And I think that that's beautiful because even if you're not going to be an artist or a painter or a term that you don't want to label yourself as, even though personally I think I am an artist because I like to be labeled as an artist because I like what art stands for and what being an artist stands for. But that's me. You do you. But even if you're not going to label yourself as a creator of the thing you are creating, practicing doing that anyways is so good for the noggin, so good for the brain. Some of these are very emotionally close to me. Some of them are not. And having that duality, more of a choice of duality, I should say, because it's not like I went into each painting and was like, okay, this one has to be sad, right? Like, I'm not that restrictive. One of the best things and one of the main reasons I would say why I chose this as my daily creative outlet and thing to do is because I couldn't do it wrong. And if you're a perfectionist like me, that's important. When starting out a new hobby, if I'm not immediately good at it, I tend to not want to do it. And that's something that child me struggled with. And as an adult, I've really wanted to work through because I have things and passions and stuff I want to create and do. And I might not currently be at the skill set that I think I need to be in order to do it. So I just won't do it. But that's not what life's about. Life's about doing. Life's not about thinking about doing something and then not doing it. You know what I mean? Like, no. That's what video games are for. If you want to think about something but you don't want to actually do it, go play a video game about the thing you're thinking about, right? But this is life. I'm actually here right now. And I wanted to be creative. I wanted to create. And I used to like painting when I was a kid. like for fun, like finger painting type things, or like painting like a piece of wood because I was in theater and sometimes we'd work on sets and I'd paint like a wall, right? You know, simple stuff that like doesn't take a lot of brain work, just kind of, you know, do the thing, but it's fun, right? I found it really fun. Obviously, it started off small. We were just here. This was the first painting I did. And literally I'm not even kidding. I was just cleaning my room and I had recently gotten painting stuff for Christmas because I asked for it and I lucked out hardcore. And I would just paint a layer, like the background. I just did like a fun little blue gradient. And then while that dried, I would go clean until the paint dried. And then I'd come back and do like a little bit of line work and then leave and then go clean for a little bit and then come back. And that back and forth. Listen, we're going to get real close for a second. That back and forth, if you struggle with like chores as a neurodivergent person, you should try incorporating creative stuff that you actually enjoy doing into the stuff that you don't like doing. It helps so much. It helps so much. I got my entire fucking apartment cleaned within a day because of this bad boy. A day. Also, I was in college at the time. I recently graduated, so not anymore. But I was at college at the time, so it was a college level messy apartment because it was so nice to just know that as soon as the paint dried, I could take a break to go do something fun. Something that I could not fuck up because it's a painting. It was just for fun. And that practice was fundamental to my noggin. And for the past... This would be 2024, 25. So the past year and a half, I've created all of these and some more because I will say as another thing that I really like about painting specifically is that I can make gifts for people and they're incredibly personalized and they do take effort and time, and that is something that people don't get tired of. And so if you're financially struggling a little bit, like for me, I just moved, so you can probably imagine I'm a little bit budgeting right now. Being able to give like gifts as paintings and them still be like close to my heart and show that I still appreciate that person has been a freaking lifesaver. Okay, that's another thing. Being a creative, you can create things. Now you create things for people as gifts. Yo, see? Being a creative person who has a creative hobby, who does it at least once a day, sound fun now? And the best thing is, if you want to take a break, you can. I try not to take too long of a break because personally I'll forget. I've been painting for a year and a half, but there probably was like 2 or 3 months where I didn't do shit. And for me, I didn't love that. I think for me, I want to do this at least weekly. You may have seen my YouTube video where I made this one, and I hope it's on frame so you can see it. This one I did in like 30 minutes. This one was not 30 minutes. Okay? This one was not 30 minutes. This one and this one took a while. And that's okay. That's okay. Painting is so cool. I think that people should paint more. I think that if you're struggling with like getting connected to your emotions and understanding what you feel about certain things, you should paint. I think that if you really want to be able to show off your personality to people when they come into your room and suddenly they can see so much about you that it's a little bit overwhelming, you should paint. I think that if you want to be able to prove to yourself that you can be creative, and you just need something that's easy, but still fulfilling, you should paint. If you don't go crazy on the money for the materials, and you don't go crazy on the expectations of what it will look like when you're done, you can create some really cool stuff. And I think that, going back to the perfectionism thing I mentioned, that's really important to prove to yourself that you can create things well. Especially if you care, like, about that as, like, a core part of your person. Like, I'm somebody who describes myself as an artist, and therefore I needed to be able to prove to myself that I could produce art. And this is one of the easiest ways I could do that. One of the most fun ways, in my personal opinion. I find that even there's an art piece that does not look exactly how I thought it would, and it's kind of like, I don't love it, but I still like it. I still like that it exists. And honestly, I kind of like those experiences more when I don't like a canvas. Like, I didn't like this one at first. This one kind of had bad memories attached to it as well. But I was able to redo it. And now it means a lot. Also, there's a bunch of glitter on it. And if you should also put glitter on your art if you want a little bit of shine. I think that helps too, to just kind of be able to like Ooh, shiny. Sometimes it's good to just be able to create things to show to yourself that you can. I think that that can also strengthen the perception of yourself that you have within you, right? And knowing who you are as a person. I look at my room, and in this corner there's a bunch of my art, and I look at the art and I'm able to see who I am as a person a lot more clearly, to be honest, than I would had I not been able to look at this corner and just see a bunch of me in my brain and how it works. And knowing that this corner exists because of me. And that's kind of it. Like, I'm able to create this. And I'm not super special in doing that. In fact, I think it'd be cool if everybody had a corner like this in their room. Whether it's painting or needle felting or crochet, just create. Why not? You're on this planet to do something. You might as well do something you like. Because doing something you don't like, or thinking about doing something and then not actually doing it, it's a waste. Not a waste of life. Your life is valid and worth living no matter fucking what, because you yourself are worthy of life and experiencing it. But you're kind of wasting your time if you're just thinking about doing it. That's something that I've had to kind of learn and get over. Even if I just do a little bit of it, that's a little bit of less time that I'm wasting. You know? Like, it doesn't have to be that big of a pressure thing. Doing it at all is you doing it, right? You're still creating. You're still doing stuff. But people who don't do creative things, I get concerned about. Because I'm like, how do you not? How do you not? How do you not have that? Or want that? Because even if there's art here that you yourself don't think is cool, you still got to experience and see it because I exist. And I'm not trying to be self-righteous here. I'm saying that wouldn't it be cool if we all lived in a world where we all got to see art because we exist? And everybody just creates art. And we healthily express our emotions through art and through compassion and empathy for people. Or, just go out and get some paint supplies and paint a smiley face. I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Quick little video, I think. I don't know how long I've been recording for. Let me know if you have any video ideas you want to see from me. I'm open to creating different types of content now. So, other than that, that's it from me. And hope you have a good day today. Go out and create something. Even if it's a single paint stroke. Go out and create. Why not? All right. Peace out.